Good morning, YouTube. Well, just watched Star Trek Discovery. First time, got a day off, so I've got to finally watch it first thing in the morning. Right, I've got to admit, I will moan about the holodeck sequence. I'm not going to whinge about it. A lot of people will do. I'm not going to do that. I'll moan about all this at the end of the series. I'm going to eat my own words. I'm enjoying Star Trek Discovery, and we're in episode 6. And it started last week, and today I really enjoyed this episode. It was fantastic. So, brilliant. Captain Lorca, we'll go into him in a minute. Well, today's episode, Easter eggs, mention of the Enterprise, Constitution class ships. It had a sense of humour, mention of Spock. Dodgy security officer, is he a human Klingon spy, Vulcan separatist? And I'll start with, well, I got the feel with the opening credits. It's growing, isn't it? You know, it started off the first pre-credit sequence, then the jogging round ship and that. Michael Burnham, I found her character hard to relate to in any sort of connect with, but this episode I connected with her. You got more depth with her character, especially with Sarek, and I liked all the Vulcan racism, which is sort of interesting. This was played upon in Enterprise and the Next Generation of Vulcan separatist purists, which is extremely interesting. Are we going to see Ambassador Savol from Enterprise in this? It'd be great if Gary Graham, because he must still be alive, his character. Is he going to be in this? It'd be great to see him. You know, like on the Council of, on the High Council of Vulcan or something like that. You know, he's an elder. It would be really nice to see him, but we'll have to wait and see. The mention of Spock joining Starfleet Academy when Michael Burnham got turned down. I mean, the old Michael Burnham thing, first 4 or 5 episodes, I really did not like her character. I did sort of, but I wasn't a big fan. I was more into the other crew members, but they humanised her this episode, where she learned something, and she's human. I mean, she even has a sense of fucking humour. Hey, we're all swearing in this now, aren't we? Fucking hell. You know, she has a sense of humour, which is interesting. They pulled back on the other characters this week. I like the holodeck scene between Lorca and the security officer, which is interesting. And he says like he beat Captain Lorca, but Lorca's saying, look, you know, he sees counter phasers and says, look, don't pull any punches with me. You know, I want you head of security. Now the question, is he a Klingon spy? Is he a Klingon spy? I mean, we don't know, do we? So, is he the dodgy security officer? I don't think he is going to be a Klingon spy. I mean, he could be, but I don't think he is. I think he's going to be. I mean, there is the human Klingons running about somewhere. So, I'm going to be open on this. I personally don't think he is. I think it's too predictable. If he is a Klingon spy, they might have brainwashed him or something. I don't know. The Vulcan separatist movement, like I was just on about them, they're back, which is interesting. It's nice that he's as perfect as the Vulcans are. It's nice to see that there's this amongst them. We got more into the Katra and the telepathic link between people. Now I'm actually going to go back to the original episode and start at the original series. I don't know the name. I'll have to call it up. But do you remember when Spock felt the death of his people? When they found that big space amoeba? Do you remember it? And they destroyed it and they lost a Vulcan ship. Well, then I think there is a sense of that they can do this. So that was quite interesting, the old Katra thing. I like Stamets as well, who created a device for her to, you know, get linked up. But let's get on to the more interesting part for me, Captain Lorca. Is he Garth of Izar? Is he? I think there's a good potential that this is going to be the twist in this. Now, a lot of people saying, is it set in a mirror universe? We've had no hints at the moment. Oh, well, there has been hints, apparently. But for me, I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it is in the prime timeline. I think he is Garth of Izar. I mean, I could be wrong. I could end up eating my own words. It could be Garth of Izar. I mean, what happened on that Baran? I mean, we got a bit of the story about letting his crew down, but I mean, this is a guy who's on the edge. And I love Lorca. He does what he wants. He's a rebel. Does what he wants. He has a commanding presence on the bridge and definitely worthy of sitting in the big chair. I mean, personally, I prefer it to be about him more than Michael Burnham. I mean, what's this? I mean, he gets the Admiral into bed to get the doodads done, and then what? She's like looking at him, touching his back, and he pulls a phaser. And I mean, that's a man who's under a lot of pressure and power. He pulls a phaser under pillows, sticks it right in the face, you know. And then when Saru, at the end, when Saru's knocking on the door saying she's been kidnapped by Klingons, he's got a phaser down his back, you know, starting the back of his pants, so, you know. But the whole episode moved lovely tonight, well, this morning. It just moved very quick. There was a lot going on. Easter eggs galore everywhere. Loved it. I mean, they are ingraining this more into the timeline, you know, by setting the foundations in. The ship, how it just drops out. I love how it just, bam, appears in the middle of nowhere. Spore drive. So they've got this nailed, but there's going to be a price to pay with all this spore drive business. And I like the ship. It's an ugly fucker, it's the ship, but there's something about it. It's adorable. I actually prefer it to Galaxy class. I don't know. I never really got into the Galaxy class design. I mean, from certain angles it looked cool, but this has been amazing. And just something about the Discovery. It's an ugly fucker, but it's a nice ship. It's got something about it. I like this screenshot when they're jogging, you know, when they're jogging and you see like through the windows, you see that connection bit. Sort of quite like that. So, the Klingons are up there, just being Klingons, being sneaky and snidey, and it was nice to see that, how they set up that peace conference with Sarek. So we're going to kidnap Sarek. Now they've got an admiral, so Lorca's going to go gunning for her next week, or next week or so. I mean, that's where this is going. He's going to go gunning for her. And suddenly he's going by like Starfleet regulations, because what were going on, you found out with her and Admiral, they had like this affair, and you're learning more about Lorca, that something inside him changed him. And suddenly he's going to Sarah, well, you know, like, let's ask Starfleet Command, and he's going, no, we'll play this by the book, because he's got his command, he don't want to lose his ship. I like Burnham rising up through the ranks. I think there could be a possible romance between her and the security dude, which is going to be interesting. There's a friendship there, he wasn't judgmental on her out like that, there's going to be something there. I love Cadet Tilly, she's great. And she's really grown. I mean, the characters are coming out now, but it's took too long. You know, they should have been out a couple of episodes ago. But Star Trek 2017 done differently. Tonight's episode was very good. Well, this morning's episode, whatever time frame we're in America or in the UK. But I was overall impressed. I'd really like to sit down and watch this all 17 episodes as one to get a feel. Once a week, it's not enough. The writing and the connections, the Easter eggs, everything is going on track now. I mean, of course there's faults. There's going to be faults and people are going to pick at the faults. I've seen the faults, guys. I'm trying to get off that. I'm trying to go with a positive on this. It's a brilliant series. I'm taking my own words back. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. It's going to be different, but you know, I think Discovery is different to Orville. This and Orville are different. Hey, I love Orville, guys, but Discovery's growing. It's like planting a seed, and it's growing slow. Now, I think by episode 10 or 12, this is a prediction, and I could be wrong, that somewhere we're going to get the Twister episode that's going to make all this we've seen, it's going to tear your fucking head apart, or it's going to balance it out right. You're going to go, damn, I never saw that. They are devious. And that's what's coming with this. They're going to do that episode. It's going to either finish it, restore it, or put it all together, and you're just going to be hooked. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a good chance, and maybe it's a bit predictable in being Garth, but I think he is. I mean, I hope I'm right. I mean, this is going to be great when he goes to planet Antos and wipes them all out, you know, when he's lost the plot. Because we're seeing the signs that there's things are not right in his head. Do you know what I mean? There's problems there, psychological problems with Captain Lorca. There's something eating him up inside. Even the Admiral were onto it with him. So that's my review of this week's episode. I'll see you for... please give this video a like. Please share it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I love debating Discovery. I'm getting happier with this. And I did say by episode 6, I'd eat paper. Not really. I can't, guys. I need coffee first. So, please give this video a like, guys. Let me know your thoughts. And roll on the next episode. Right then, guys, live long and prosper. I'll see you for Orville on Friday.